Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling completely drained? Like your brain just ran a marathon it never signed up for? Maybe it was a friend who only talked about themselves, or someone who always had to be right, no matter what. If that sounds familiar, Buddha would have some advice for you, and it's brutally honest. If, as you travel, you meet none better than yourself or equal, you should steadfastly travel alone. There's no companionship with fools. Translation? Be selective with your friends, or be sorry later. This isn't about being elitist or cutting people off at the first red flag. It's about recognizing that some relationships nourish us, and some quietly poison our potential. Buddha isn't saying you're better than everyone else. He's just reminding us that the people we let close should help us grow, not stunt our evolution. So, what is a good friend? According to this ancient wisdom, a good friend offers more than just company. They offer companionship. There's a difference. Companionship is a mutual journey of growth, where two people learn from each other and gain deeper insights, not just into the world, but into themselves. In this kind of friendship, 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2, it equals 3. That yet extra 1 is the synergy, the depth, the transformation that comes from two minds and hearts genuinely engaging with one another. A true friend helps you become more free from suffering, from self-deception, from narrow perspectives. And ideally, you're doing the same for them. You sharpen each other. You challenge each other. You liberate each other. That's what Buddha calls real companionship. But what happens when the opposite is true? Well, Buddha calls that person a fool. But let's unpack what that really means. Because it's not about intelligence or education. A fool, in this context, is someone who is self-absorbed. They live in their own mental bubble, obsessively orbiting around their thoughts, their opinions, their worldview. They overvalue what they know and undervalue the wisdom of others. This kind of person doesn't listen to understand, they listen to respond. Or worse, they don't listen at all. They have no interest in your perspective, especially if it conflicts with theirs. They're unlikely to say, "I never thought of it that way." More likely, they'll get defensive, dismissive, or completely shut down when challenged. Here's the problem with that. If someone can't learn from you and won't let you learn from them, then there's no growth, no understanding, no evolution. And without that, the relationship is just surface-level noise. It might be socially convenient, but it's spiritually empty. That's why Buddha says it's better to go alone than to walk beside a fool. When you're alone, you still have the possibility of reflection, self-discovery, and attracting genuine connection. But if you spend your energy trying to extract meaning from a dead-end friendship, you're robbing yourself of that space. So how do you know if a friendship is worth your time? Ask yourself this: does the other person show real curiosity about how you see the world? Especially when your views are different from theirs? If not, it's a red flag. If someone only wants to talk, but never wants to hear, especially when what you say might challenge their assumptions, then it's unlikely the relationship will go anywhere meaningful. Someone who isn't interested in your perspective can't truly learn from you. And if they can't learn from you, they certainly won't be able to teach you anything either. The relationship becomes a one-sided monologue rather than a dialogue, a dead-end road. But here's where the spotlight turns back on us. Buddha's warning isn't just about avoiding bad friends, it's also about not being one. So ask yourself, do you take a real interest in how others view the world? Do you step into their shoes, try to understand what they know that you might not? Or are you just looking for validation, comfort, and someone to nod along as you talk? It's a tough question, but an important one, because true companionship requires humility. It requires the willingness to be wrong, to be challenged, to be vulnerable. It demands curiosity, not certainty. Presence, not performance. At the end of the day, meaningful friendships are rare, but they're worth the wait. You don't need 1,000 acquaintances who make you feel unseen. You need a few real ones who make you feel understood. And if those aren't available yet, Buddha's advice is simple but powerful: walk alone. It's better to be lonely for a while than to lose yourself in empty connections. So be selective. Not out of arrogance, but out of self-respect. Because the right people won't just walk beside you. They'll help you walk more freely, more wisely, and more fully into who you're becoming. If you found this video meaningful and interesting, drop a comment below and share your experience. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might find this content useful. And as always, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.